the North Cat, baby, I'm a boss. Carolina barbecue sauce with the slaw. I'm the safe, the cellar, and the vault. I'm the best, the effect, and the cause. I'm the law.
Teams, they're not going to be playing as they usually do. They're playing a bit more low down, make sure they get into a great position in the end game, and then start fragging out. They're not going to take any chances. We've seen kind of the changes in the Liquid rotations, but they are always very good at their rotations. But I'm very curious to see Liquid going into this last match. Are they going to do changes? What's going to happen? Because this is the big change for them.
Final thoughts, starting with you, Avenger. Who takes the tournament?
This is a hard one. Honestly, I think I'll count OP Gaming Rangers out from here because honestly they have been mediocre today. They need to take a win. But I think honestly VSG could take them in.
You asked me on day one who you thought was going to win this thing, and I said it wouldn't be a global without Toffees throwing his considerable weight behind Team Liquid. They are on a run. They are killing it right now, and I can't wait to see what they bring to this. I mean, $150,000, 64 players, 24 teams, 9 regions, 6 days. And only one champion, Kalaris.
And we all know who I think that's going to be. Let's get into it then. It's the final game here of the FACEIT Global Summit. London, make the ground shake. It's time for Erangel once again as we head over to Pansy and Sims for all of the action.
Thank you. It is indeed the last chance to dance for some of these teams. They have to give it all right here, right now. There's no more time left. There's no more do-overs. There's no more doing it again. There's no more regretting. There's just the next match in front of them.
And I tell you what else there is. 6 points separating 6 teams from PUBG glory. The last map is underway. Make sure you tweet this stream. Use the hashtag FACEIT Global Summit to get as many eyes from as many different regions on this game. In history, we've never seen something come down to the wire so close.
We need to look out for all the teams that could potentially cause threats, especially towards that top 5, top 6. VSG already out of the plane. NIP out there as well. No one really looking too dangerous so far. We are looking at where Liquid go in these situations. Do they dare go back to Pachinki? They changed it up and went Milta before. The Rangers going where we kind of expect potentially. Again, it's still eyes on the drop here. Richard, who are you looking at?
I think you have to look at the top 6 at the end of the day. The plane path's pretty good. It's going to cut us across the middle and give everyone a decent home position. Samti is actually away from the rest of Team Liquid. Liquid, it paid off last time going down to Milta Power, so they'll find their feet on the ground once again. The Rangers, they want to go home. They want to head down to Sosnovka Island, and oh boy, Windstrike. They know the terrain pretty well over on the west coast. Tempo Storm, North America's #1 roster. Don't count them out just yet. Yes, they're not in reaching distance of the trophy, but they're still a bunch of individually good fraggers and could do some damage to some of these top teams should they meet up with them. C9, they've got caught off guard. AG, no knock outside the back of the vehicle. There will be a little tap onto the side of Profi as he works his way up, but unfortunately they'll land themselves on the back side of this Lobes. That's a good answer back. Duckmans goes down. That's a big fragger and a big scout taken away, but there is a response here. K-Mine, he's followed up. Honboya, he sees him on the angle. Nerf will try and read this one well. Honboya, unfortunately, the first victim of this game.
This is AG potentially suffering here. General has responded towards Cloud9, but Cloud9 aren't really in a threatening position towards the top 5, but General is being fed points. K-Mine going down is pretty big. Now, Nerf and Lobes can try and do some more damage, but with AG potentially dropping out this early or looking a little worse for wear, this can open up again that top 4, top 5 position to new teams coming in. Potentially even shoot to kill could benefit off the back of this. General now gets knocked, and it's looking good for Cloud9 to be a real disruptive force.
If they go down now, this would be utter insanity. That nade, it's posted through the delivery box. And damage. He's crawling for dear life, and I think the call's been made, Lauren. They have to make a push on this. There's one man standing. Finish him off while they're down.
Nerf's going in. Who's left standing? It's just Duckman's trying to get the revive in. That's about it. If he can find his way through that window, if he can find the avenue of approach, the angle he wants, he can do something. Lobes goes down, but Nerf is still going. He's still being aggressive. This is dangerous times. Duckman, he goes down. AG, you're out.
It's happened. One of the top 4 teams coming into this has bottomed out in 16th position. STK have just been handed a wild card from Cloud9. This could potentially jump them which means the North American dream may still be there.
Where you don't want to take too many fights and split yourself too thin, but you still want to show aggression, pressure, and have the know-all. And oh my God, we're seeing Gaxi go off. That's 1-2 down. That's the confirmation on the player who got knocked earlier. VSG are in danger.
Gaxi, the ninjas in pajamas.
Is it just Star-Lord left, Richard?
It's either one or two, that's for sure. We've seen two follow up. And again, there might be down bottom of the table, but the Stool still doing work for Europe. It isn't. Okay, there's three alive. They got one back. There's a nade coming up through the window. Hulk's damage, Lobes and Nerf. They hit the deck. They're gone, unfortunately. That grenade could be beautiful, though.
It's gone in.
It is. He got
it.
It's
good. It's good for one. Vard's there now. You've got the support coming through. The nades raining through the windows. Hulk is down. He cannot be picked up. 1-2 is low. Star-Lord is watching his team be ripped limb from limb with the nade. Star-Lord is your last man standing. The last bastion on the stairs. The tag is good, but the frag is better. And they're gone.
Third place, gone. Fourth place, gone. Team Liquid in the meanwhile, Lauren, they've been picking up frags. They've moved to number one.
The Rangers are still standing. They are holding second place, but that third spot for a regional base and anyone else is open. You're looking at Shoot to Kill. You're looking at Entus. 4 AM, I guess to a degree, Windstrike are pulling up on NIP.
Windstrike are going to breach this one. Try and pick up a few frags along the way. Timmy does have the backlines here. Grenade just by the side of the container. Vard going to step on a landmine. Manages to get away as you cop for it. He's already damaged, but at least denies the explosion. Cover fire from the backlines as well. Gaxi, what? He hit him through the window. Look at how far that was.
Absolute beast, Gaxi, but we're seeing all the teams start moving in now. This compound is getting crashed left, right, and center. Miraku's pulled up. Jorski's already found Vard. He's gone down. MBS wants to save the day, try and save his team, but they're not gifting him opportunities. He can't find a way through here, and it looks like Windstrike have really been a nuisance. And Aerowolf are joining in the sidelines. He's forced to fight the prone. He takes down one. MBS desperate to stay alive for his side, but Aerowolf have just turned up.
That's a 300-meter shot coming out of Gaxi. He caused Windstrike all kinds of problems. All of a sudden, AW1, grenades are out. They're ready to go. They need to make a push on this. They know Nip is damaged. They're not out just yet.
Windstrike just got knocked.
That was an accidental kill, I think. He went for the NIP and it bounced off the back and took him down.
We've got Team Liquid in trouble. We've got to head over. This is Entus engaging towards Team Liquid. Samdy's gone down. Idiot knocked. This could be dangerous. Envy are on the way as well. We're down to Jeems and Jempty. This might be so many dreams dashed here. This is not the time to fall if you're Team Liquid. You needed to hold on further. This opens things up.
Oh, no.
And here comes Envy. Here comes all the other teams. You have Entus behind them, Envy in front. You've got 17 Gaming not far off. This gets very scary. Incognito waiting in the wings, and this battle, this bloodbath continues.
So Envy has been distracted. STK has an eye line on. Oh no, oh no.
They're not that distracted.
Incognito, Envy, everybody is encroaching on Liquid's position. There's only 2 men left, surrounded by 4 teams, even 7 teams on the opposing side.
He's got one, but he gets traded on. There's nothing more he can do. Surely this is over. Jeems is your last man alive here. He is king of the hill, but the king might lose his crown any second now. Shoot to Kill have just joined in and helped out. That might alleviate some of the pressure, but I don't see a way out. The nades are raining in. Jeems is down. Liquid hopes to dash. That's 12th place.
What do you even say?
So many of our top 5 already.
This is basically now opens it up to the Rangers.
Certainly does. Entus as well, pushing further forward. They get themselves into a third position here. They're up on the points. Keep your eyes on that bar because they're on 85. That's big, but Envy do not want that. They don't want anyone getting further ahead in this. 17 Gaming as well joining in. Where have these guys come from? Monkey King from out of nowhere finding one as Entus keep racking up points, but not without casualty.
This is a 4-way split. 17 turn up to the party. It might be late, but it's never too soon as they do some damage to the backlines and force Entus's hands. Interrogate takes out Yak. So there is a response there at least. Still on the opposing side, 4 AM waiting in the distance. Indigo and Yak hit the deck. Juicy, he answers back. Interrogate. Entus. Another top team is gone.
We have lost out on AG, VSG, Team Liquid, Entus. The only ones still alive up there are the Rangers. This opens it up so badly for STK. They have to capitalize. This is their chance to do it. They have so many players alive. If there was a moment for them, it is now.
And they certainly want out actually winning this entire thing.
They could do it.
They could do it. They were only 6 points away, but they need to be careful. There isn't much maneuverability here.
No.
Yes, you can take the tree lines, but there's no real defensive stance. You can use the hill, which they are doing. One play, it's going to be Adam, will advance forward. Purdy Curdy's there as well. This ridge might be the saving grace they need directly in front of them. However, it might be two teams, but they're engaged with one another. It's NIP and AW. If Aerowolf 1 go down or NIP, this kind of opens it up for STK to make a move on them.
And this battle's been going on since that fight on the hill before then. This has been just that back and forth posturing. The Rangers have watched all this go down, seeing all of that competition fall around. They're being passive by nature. They do not want to die early, and they've succeeded in that aspect. But they're all locked in on 86 points.
OP Rangers, it's time to move. They'll get a ridgeline here. This is still the battle for the mountain, 4 AM. They've been waiting downwind, hoping people would come their way, and finally, it's time to make a maneuver 17, and Incognito. For STK, this is easy points, Pansy. They can see them across and pick these boys off. If they do, points make prizes, and they'll be working their way up the leaderboard off the frags alone.
Watch the kill feed, watch the leaderboard. They're currently in 4th, and they can jump so quickly. Already 4 kills to the name, making it 5 now. Up they go slowly, getting closer and closer to your Enters, to your Rangers, to your Liquid. This is North America putting up a position potentially. This is huge. Ronan holding that hillside. 17 Gaming feeling the dangerous end of that gun already as Shox tries to push him off the angle, but the aim is still good.
And for North America on the opposing side, we haven't touched on it. Tempo Storm are bunkering down in a building. They might be able to eliminate AFF. That's in the distance. It's still, we have to keep a focus on this one at the moment, because all these bodies, it depends where they go, which team picks them up. OP Rangers are in the distance. Nobody can see them, but they can't see anybody else.
Shoot to Kill just jumped. They're up in 3rd already. They've just jumped over Entus, and they are racking up points. Monkey King going down. That's big for them. 17 Gaming trying to peel off the hill, already falling by the wayside. 4 AM are holding the lower side of this. Tempo Storm do take down AFF.
STK have jumped it. They're at the top. I feel for OPR at the moment, they can't do anything. If they work their way out of the field, they have to stand by and watch all this unfold. They'll turn up to the late game and have to finish off whatever's left.
4 AM getting a couple of points beside them. AFF trying to find something back towards Tempo Storm, but there's so little left of them. They're doing everything they can. Tempo Storm in this compound. Lambo's been found as your boy Dre tries to find the timing just right to peek over the edge, but the nade keeps him calm.
STK still just barely inside the circle. They've taken a ridgeline for now. And for them, they're just going to watch everyone else beat the living hell out of one another. A freak of freaks is gone. We're into the top 8. OP are the Rangers. They have to make a move now, but where really can they go? They'll have these little dips, these divots, but it's fine for STK. They're still in a prime position with an elevated line of sight to get kills. OPR, they're not doing anything. They're hoping that somehow they win this one out. They need to fight. They need to pick it up if they want to get those points.
Shoot to Kill are currently sat in 1st position. This is incredible work from them. CPT forced to hit the prone. They are trying to work their way forward here. 4 AM. Another big game from them could help out. Your boy Dre feels the Australian force coming out, but here we go. Purdy Curdy's just been engaged upon.
It's a decent tag from distance. He will be down. You'd expect them to have smokes to be able to get the res off there. NIP, I just see all the players turn on a pinhead and fixate towards them. The opposing North American force, Tempo Storm, they keep Incognito at bay. Incognito, I'm actually surprised they've managed to stay alive off of that mountain run. It was hell in a cell up there. 4 AM still playing the passive game, waiting and holding that point. Actually, I'm going to be honest here, OPR, they're in the best position. They're not quite central map, but they have that essentially divot, the entrenchment that runs off the back of the road. They can just lay down and wait for all these fights to continue and then turn up with a 4-man stack and wipe out the remnants of who's left after all these battles have gone down. That's what STK need to be aware and be careful of, that they don't overcompensate and maybe get a bit too overzealous. That building can be taken out now. The wooden ones, you'll be able to blast it through with the bullets. That's not good cover at all.
Aerowolf have gone down. We're into the top 7 teams here. 4 AM fighting for everything they can find. Shoot to Kill do at least have enough cover with the smokes put up to stay alive, but it doesn't feel like it's got that longevity, and there's so many compounds with vision towards this. Aerowolf 1 are engaging, and NIP could certainly see that too. 4 AM have been gifted a drop. That's just coming in now.
Every single team that now goes down adjusts the points for the team above. It's not just the kills that are in play, they're replacement points as well. And that, I believe, is how OPR win this. I said it was going to be bad for them to wait back and hunker down, but I'll be honest, because of STK's position, it might work out. Really, what else can they do? They've stepped up, but it will probably come down to literally that final engagement, should both teams be the last remnants, and they've got the circle as well.
But you've got to think about Southern shift here, Rich, as well. Incognito and Tempo Storm, surely they go Southern side. I doubt they're going to run straight across in the east. I may be wrong. Feel free to try and change my mind on that. But that could potentially pinch in the Rangers. I don't know if they have enough cover from the other side, or if they're just banking on the crossfire they've created.
Oh, Uncivil.
Uncivil has found Gaxi.
Well, I know you wanted to make things fun, Brendan, but dropping 2 crits like that on 4am is certainly the way to do it. STK, it's time to move. Uncivil +1 in the back of the vehicle. They get across. Have they managed to stay alive? No! Halo goes down. Uncivil somehow makes it there. He could get in here. Surely he could creep, unless the Rangers want to say no. There's a grenade from across the wall. That's devastating for STK, a team you did not want to A, die to, and B, give more points to.
Skips it up in the air, fire comes in, shoot to kill, trying to make the run. They seem like they are desperate. They're clutching at straws here, Rich. I'm so worried for their performance. It feels like they got gifted a chance, an opportunity, and they're so terrified now, and I don't blame them. You got 4am being terrifying. ArrowDixoN have gone down, it looks like, as Sharky holds the line. This is that southeastern fight between Tempo Storm and Incognito. Insight is in real trouble. He has Sharky and Zampa really hot on his heels, but how long can they stay here?
I'm just going to throw something out there. For the teams that are over here, Tempo Storm, 4am, once you've done off the back of this, really, where do you go? For Tempo Storm, they might play spoiler to the Rangers here. There's only one place to go, which is on the side of that road. If they do damage to the Rangers on arrival, this really opens things up and makes it scary for them.
Okay, let's look at where the teams currently sit, Richard, because Tempo Storm have now swept through on that southern side. That southeastern side is theirs. We have the fight coming to a conclusion in the west. Now we see north, east, and south. Tempo Storm are on the run. They're about to have to make their minds up where they go to. Oh, they just sent that car in. That's smart.
And again, now they know they're there. The game is basically given up. They know where Tempo Storm will be coming with, and it's a big... Ooh, okay, another
nice
point.
Kill. Look at the first 2 places
There's nothing
right now,
that can be done now to OPR. That they basically, and they've still got the circle. They literally have an entrenchment. Tempo Storm can't get to them. There's no easy access to that.
No, there's not. Shoot to kill look like they want to try and make it there, but they've used so much utility already, and we know that. The OP Rangers just need to peek up and down and get that fire through. They seem very cautious, very scared, and I don't blame them. There's a lot of firepower left on the map as we speak, but it's going to be very hard to dig the Rangers out of that trench.
For STK, they've already had a man knocked down. I'm just wondering where that grenade will go. So they've had a man knocked, and they've also had one confirmed. So they're certainly more damaged than what the Rangers are. Zampa,
nice nade, nice nade.
Zampa's going for it. Zampa's standing around behind.
Really nice nade, yeah. Zampa, they have to do something. The car explodes, but Zampa's made it for now, but he can't stay long. Zampa goes down. But has anyone else found the timing to try and engage? No, they're still standing tall here. 4am are so distracted by shoot to kill that no one's going to be pushing towards the Rangers. They still hold the south.
Sharky, last man standing for Tempo. We'll see if he can do any damage, but honestly, as a one-man band, I'd expect them. They lost one, so it's kind of evened it out there during that engagement, so they've done some kind of damage here, but I honestly think 4am, they will basically just crush STK's challenge here, should they want to try and move out. Adam's still outside the zone. If he wants to come in, he has to take a bullet or two.
Yeah, this is an unpleasant situation all around the board for shoot to kill. They need something. They need some big factor. The nade, is it good enough? Forever forced around the side, but Adam receives one back from Forever. The exchange, he's out of nades now. He has no other options left to try and do something. Forever finds it, and suddenly it's game on.
Purdy Curdy and Uncivil. Dangerous waters now. They can play out the back here of the little cabin that they've got, but 4am,
they're on the move.
I mean, actually, we were kind of, we haven't really touched on them too much. A win here would send them up to at least 85 points minimum.
Let's see if they can get more kills. If they can do that, maybe there's a chance for 4am to force a placement.
Oh, it's a 2-1!
What?
It's a 2-1!
Curdy, out of nowhere, finds 2 people with the nade. Surely he is not done just yet. How bad do you want the shoot? They're moving up. They're moving up. Can he do it? Oh, he just misses. Shoot to kill. Count their lucky stars. Purdy Curdy on the run. He's aggressive, and it works. He takes down 4 AM, and we're down to 3 teams.
Oh no, there was a response there. It was laying in the floor. Purdy Curdy gets one, answers back. STK goes down in 3rd, but they grab 10 points before doing so, and I think that's it with the win.
They're up
Surely.
in first. They might have just done it here. That looks like it's theirs. And you can thank Purdy Curdy for that as Sharky left in the 1v2 situation.
And I'm thinking, once this is all said and done, the Rangers should be jumping this with the placement, but we'll see and let the scores on the side confirm that. Still, 3 on the back here. We'll run this game through Sharky. 2 versus 1. Step up to the name of the beast that you've been so made out to be throughout the North American MPL.
Sharky looking for the first pixel to give him the angle. He knows where they are. Good tag on the first. Falls away, looks for a new angle to engage from. But DG98, smart play from him. Already looking towards the northern side of this, splitting it well. I see nades coming out, and Sharky knows he might be a little bit in a predicament. Forced further forward. Already splitting the circle. DG98 clears methodically. Has he spotted him?
There might be a scenario here where they literally need this kill.
I think they might do. Sharky, he can't do it. It's DG98. And I'm pretty sure the Rangers might have just pushed themselves back into that first spot.
This is coming down to the wire. We will get an absolute confirmation at the end.
Yeah, we're not messing around with these numbers. Because it wouldn't be right if it wasn't that close. Right to the very end. I can't believe it. We say this time and time again. We say it so often. How many times do we see the first position teams falling so quickly, and that top 5 just got destroyed?
If OPR have won this, it's going to be literally 1 kill, I believe. If not, they'll have just lost out by 1 kill.
It's 1 point different, I think. I don't want to sit here and assume it on the back of 1 point difference. Hold your breath, people, because this is down to the wire. The admins are confirming in the background. Everyone wants to ensure this is absolutely spotted. Even the players, you can see they're happy, but they want to make sure as well. No one wants to guess. Everyone wants that 100% confirmation. We think with that first place, the kill, the Rangers should have done it, but you don't know, especially with shoot to kill so close by.
I can't believe that it's happened again. Not only was it so down to the wire, but all these teams that are within reaching distance just fall at the very last hurdle. Like, talk about keeping a tense situation. Speaking of tense, we are again awaiting that final confirmation. Everything is going through in the back. The admins are doing the final check because this will literally come down to 1 kill. It might even be a point of literally getting the win plus Sharky.
I think we might know what could have happened here. We're going to wait a couple more seconds just to make sure. But you can tell how much this means to these players. Win or loss, an incredibly emotional time for them, giving everything they've got from the group stage to now. This has been a truly incredible story for the guys on your screen.
Tears of emotion, tears of joy. Again, the biggest winner that's been so far this week is PUBG Esports. Martin alluded to it on the desk. If there were ever any doubt of BR's in a competitive environment, with how close this has been, all those disbelievers have been proved wrong. I'm slightly lost for words at this point. Like, how I cannot believe that it's come down all the way to this. And there you have it then, ladies and gentlemen. We have final confirmation on screen. OP Gaming Rangers are your grand champions here. OP Gaming!
was going to have the victory. STK even had the help of their brother club in Tempo Storm. Had Sharky clutched it, that would have gone to them as well. OP Gaming Rangers had the deck stacked against them, but when everything was laid on the table, they came out on top.
And on top of this, here in the start of the game, Cloud9 pushed onto Armory Game and ruined their dreams of taking the victory here. They were also one of the top 6 teams that were vying for the win here.
Yeah, definitely.
But Nerf here, he clutched it against Dogmans and shot the dreams down, and they went out in 16th out of 16.
I mean, it was almost destined as if it was meant to be. We saw so many of those big names falling early throughout this game. Team Liquid up towards the top on Everest got crushed from all sides. A very unfortunate position for them to find themselves in, but they were smashed by 3 strong squads on every single angle.
There were 6 teams in the mix to hoist the trophy, and every time one of them got a kill, everyone else responded as if blood had been spread in the water. Everest became a meat locker as bodies hit the ground one after another. They couldn't survive. 4 AM dropped, Liquid dropped, OGN, Entis Force dropped, and all that was left was the 2 that have been grinding since the beginning. One of our biggest earners during the group stages and one of our hardest fighters during the eliminations.
And let's be honest, Avenger, during all of this tournament, at the beginning, even though OP Gaming Rangers took the first seed out of Korea, people had their doubts. We had our doubts about if OP Gaming Rangers could step up on the global stage.
And they adapted through the group stages. They played it extremely well, made sure that they learned the meta, and they came to the grand finals and played their consistent game. Yes, we had some military game circles, but this is a trial by fire, and they played it so well, especially here in the last game.
What an MVP from Purdy Curdy here as he got the nades that stopped 4 AM in the tracks and honestly earned a spot, an extra spot for Europe.
Yeah, definitely. And all those spots very important. And these highlights were brought to you finally by NVIDIA.